Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Enchant Films. Here's what you didn't know about the doctor from My 600 Pound Life. Number 1. Dr. Now has turned patients away. Dr. Now doesn't perform surgeries on patients who still have unhealthy eating habits. The docu-series airs many episodes in which the surgeon demands that the patient lose around 100 pounds before the surgery. If the doctor's clients prove to have control over their diet, then he promptly sets a date for the procedure. If not, he turns the patients away. But he usually tells them to try again. He told People magazine that his job is not always easy and that he tries to do his best to motivate his patients. It's a daily challenge to work with some patients that can be self-destructive. My job is not to get aggravated, but to find a way to motivate them to work hard to get their goals. There are times where I think it's necessary for some tough love and I have to be stern with them, so I show some of my concern and frustration. He goes on to share that severe obesity is linked to psychological disorders that cause an extreme consumption of food.
Severe decrease in her weight losses. So this is an issue that we will need to keep addressing with her. But regardless of her slow weight loss, she has lost enough to perform her excess skin removal safely.
Number 2. Nurse, hand me my oh no. In 2017, Radar Online revealed that Dr. Nauserdin and his anesthesiologist were sued by one of their patients, Michelle Park, in 2012. Park alleged malpractice against the doctors, claiming that during her gastric sleeve procedure, they left a 6.69 inch of tubing inside of her body. Park's lawsuit also states that the tubing wasn't discovered until nearly 2 years later after it punctured her colon, which then required the surgical removal of part of an organ. In its September 2017 lawsuit, which is still ongoing as of this writing, another patient claimed that Nauserdin left a stainless steel connector and 29 centimeters of tubing inside of them. Yikes. Number 3. His marriage was not the picture of health. According to legal documents published by Justia, Dr. Nauserdin's wife of 27 years, Dolores, filed for divorce in 2002, citing insupportability and cruel treatment. Dr. Now filed a counter-petition also claiming insupportability and thus began a protracted 2-year battle over the dissolution of their marriage. In the end, Dr. Nauserdin did not come out looking great, as the court attributed fault in the breakup of the marriage to him. The court also concluded that throughout the proceedings, he had complicated the discovery process by concealing and withholding records, obstructing discovery, asserting baseless privileges, failing to disclose essential information, denying access to records, and failing to comply with court orders. Number 4. Did he make deadly errors? Nauserdin faced even more serious charges in 2007 and 2012, when the surviving family members of 2 of his patients sued him for malpractice, alleging his mistakes led to the death of their loved ones. First, in 2007, Colleen Shepard brought a suit against Nauserdin over the death of her daughter, Tina Shepard, whom Colleen alleges Nauserdin failed to properly inform of the risks involved with the gastric bypass procedure she received. Tina weighed more than 500 pounds at the time of the surgery. She died 1 year later from complications of liver failure and blood poisoning. 5 years later, a deceased patient's wife filed a similar lawsuit, alleging Dr. Nauserdin in the hospital where he practiced failed to properly assess and diagnose the extent of her late husband's condition, which led to the negligent handling of his procedure, and proximately caused his death. That's quite a flawed record for a doctor who's considered a hero in the community. Number 5. Patients' long-term success rates are abysmal. In his keynote conversation at the 2016 Obesity Help National Conference, Dr. Nauserdin offered some surprising insight into his approach to treating supermorbidly obese patients, like the ones featured on the show. Perhaps the most startling fact that he threw out was that he believes the patients only reach that level of obesity because of a genetic disposition. Of course, this sort of flies in the face of some of the most dramatic scenes of the show, the moments where Dr. Nauserdin confronts patients who are in denial about their eating habits. However, Dr. Now said that the supported genetic disposition or weight gain is only one factor that contributes to obesity. Are you seriously going to ignore the need for patients to fundamentally change their eating habits to address the specific way their bodies metabolize food in order to keep the weight off in the long term and still call yourself an insightful doctor? This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit a like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.